Well, bears are in the news again this week as fall approaches and they began to more actively feed in preparation for a long winter. Well, welcome back to another travel news episode. I'm your host, Robert Witham. I scour the news for stories of interest to travelers and those who love the great outdoors so you don't have to. Did you know I'm on Patreon, where you can join me there for as little as $1 a month for access to behind the scenes stories and photos, as well as early access to videos, news, and more. Visit patreon.com/Robert Witham if you want to check that out. Well, into our bear stories for this week. I've got several for you. I told you they've been active. Imagine waking up in the morning, grabbing a cup of coffee, and looking out the window in your backyard and finding a bear lounging on the lawn like a pet dog. Well, this happened yesterday in Highland Ranch, Colorado. Wildlife officers responded to the residents. The bear was safely tranquilized and transported to a more suitable habitat in the Pike and San Isabel National Forest, where it was released. According to Colorado Parks and Wildlife, bears eat a staggering 20,000 calories per day during late summer and early fall as they prepare for the long winter. As a result, it is not unusual to find them venturing closer to humans in search of food this time of year. And moving over to Minnesota, you've probably heard it's a good idea to lock your vehicle anytime you leave it unattended. Well, in Minnesota, that may be as much to keep four-legged trouble out of your vehicle as two-legged trouble. This from Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. I think it's called there. I didn't write that down. But their Fish and Wildlife or Natural Resources Division. They recently had a release with a bunch all their activity over the Labor Day weekend and everything. And I found this one: nuisance beaver complaints and bear-related complaints continue, including one bear that managed to lock itself inside a truck. Imagine that surprise. But a bear not only raiding your vehicle, but it's locked itself in, so you can't even open the door to let it out. Well, that's all I've been able to find out about that incident, other than it happened in the Two Harbors area. We've talked recently about bears in Estes Park, Colorado, opening unlocked vehicle doors and rummaging through vehicles. And while trying to find some more information about this story out of Minnesota, I did come across a story from August 2018 from Tennessee, where a bear had gotten into a vehicle and locked itself in and really destroyed the vehicle. And there was a truck as well in the process. Apparently bears prefer trucks, I don't know. Well, South Lake Tahoe, you probably heard about the Caldor fire there and all the evacuations. Well, as thousands of South Lake Tahoe residents who had been evacuated due to the Caldor fire began to return home on Monday, officials warned them to be cautious of bear activity. During the evacuation, bears had been roaming freely throughout neighborhoods in search of food, ransacking homes and trash cans in the process. And as if these folks didn't have enough to deal with being evacuated and finally getting to come home and now on to watch out for bears, residents were also faced with cleaning up trash that was strewn around neighborhoods by the raiding bears. El Dorado County Sheriff Sergeant Simon Brown said the delicate balance between humans and bears has been upset, and he asked that anyone who thinks a bear may have entered their home notify law enforcement. And speaking of bears, U.S. Interior posted this photo to Instagram, noting that a female bear was not impressed with her male suitor and spent an hour in a tree barking at him to leave. This occurred in Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Don't forget, travelers, send me links or details for stories you think might be of interest. You can send those to me by email at robert.witham@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone who's already shared news and links. That's really a great help. Now that you know what's going on out there, please like this video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you're not already. And if you're not interested in the whole Patreon thing, I know some people don't like monthly subscriptions and stuff. YouTube has a new feature they've rolled out. They're calling Super Thanks. You'll see the link below this video near the like button, and that just allows you to make a one-time tip to creators if you enjoy a video, and somehow I managed to be early on the end of channels that YouTube offered this feature to. So it's there if you want to use it. Meanwhile, thanks for joining me for this travel news episode. We'll catch you in the next one.